Welcome to this review. This review is of Wildcat Adventures Off-Road Park, which is located in London, Kentucky off exit 49 from Interstate 75. For this review, I have 10 categories, but I will rank the park on a scale of 1 to 10. These categories will be based on terrain types, convenience, and overall fun. The first category will be the size. Wildcat has about 2,000 acres of land, which isn't very big, considering other parks around the area have over 5,000 acres of land. So for those reasons, I'll only give Wildcat about a 3 out of 10. Next up is the mudding category. Now for this category, this is basically you want to go out with your big Polaris 850 or Kawasaki 750 and go through every mud hole you can, coming 2 inches from sinking your four-wheeler and leaving completely caked in mud. Wildcat does have a few mud holes, but they are few and far apart. Only place that has multiple mud holes in one area would be the Claw, and they only have about 2 of them that will actually give you a big thrill. So for those reasons, I'll only give it about a 4 out of 10. Next up is the rock climbing category. Now for this, I'm not talking about hill climbing. I'm talking about there are huge boulders and big old rocks that you want to just crawl over with a rock bouncer or a Volkswagen rig, whatever you want to do. For this, again, few and far apart, but they do have a few. One main place you can find them is on the southwest side. There are a lot of them, especially in Area 51 and Trail 00. But on the north side, there are virtually none, so I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. Next up is the hill climbing category, and this is one place where this park shines. There are many of them, and they are evenly spread. The main places for them are the Wildcat Playground, the Claw, and Area 51. What's great about these hill climbs is almost anyone can go up them if they want to. You can go up them on a dirt bike, you can go up them on a Jeep, you can go up them on a four-wheeler, you can go up them on almost anything you wanted to. 3-wheelers, side-by-side, 4-wheeler, Jeep, Volkswagen, whatever you wanted to, you can more than likely go up it at this park. So it's awesome. At the playground, a lot of them are rutted out. I will give you that warning if you do go here. The Claw, they are mostly smooth, but there are quite a few that are rutted out. And Area 51 is, if you want a hill climb, this is paradise for you. There are at least 20 hill climbs here, if not more. And some are big, some can be over 200 foot tall, and some are small, only 50 foot tall. And again, almost anyone can go up them. So for those reasons, I'm giving the hill climb category to Wildcat. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. What we're going to talk about next is the sights category. For this is where you want to go, have a good time, take some good pictures, and brag to all your buddies about all the cool places you went to. For Wildcat, there are quite a few sites you can go to. One of them is the Wildcat Dome, which I'm going up right now. Another one is the Cave and just Rebel Trail. The Wildcat Dome, as you're about to see, is a big hill that when you go up to the top, you can see the interstate, and there's a lake called Wood Creek Lake that you can get really cool pictures of, and it's overall pretty awesome. The Sasquatch Cave is a pretty decent sized cave. I haven't been there in a while, but last I checked, it is pretty decent sized, and you can get plenty of rigs in there and just hang out for a little bit. And then Rebel Trail is a trail that is overall just fun if you want to go and see some cool stuff. You can see the forest, you can go out, you don't have to worry, there's no big ruts in it really, and it's overall just fun. So for the sights, I give Wildcat a 7 out of 10. Next up is the cleanliness category. Now Wildcat is pretty clean. I will say there are a few spots, like at the top of the dome, there are some trash cans that are full of cans. But mainly on the trail itself, there are not many cans, and they're pretty far apart if there are any. So it's pretty clean, but there are occasional spots where you will find some trash and maybe some trash bags. But overall, pretty clean park, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Next up is the day park category, and if you're a day park person, this is the place to go. Wildcat, it's not very big, like I said earlier, but that adds to its advantage. You can get from the Dome, which is on the very southwest end, to Sasquatch Cave and Alligator Trail, which is on the very northeast end. You can get from the Dome to the cave in a solid hour and a half to 2 hours if you're going pretty normal speed. So that adds to its advantage. You can get to almost anywhere without having to spend 2 hours on the trail. So you can almost explore everything in one day. So for a day park, it's really good, and I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Next up is the convenience category, and this is also where Wildcat shines. You can get from the interstate to Wildcat in about 5 minutes. Why this is great? Because if your ride breaks, you can trailer up, get to the interstate in 5 minutes, and there's a dealership called Adrenaline Cycles in London, which is not even 15 minutes from Wildcat. You can go there, they will fix your rig, and you can get right back on the trail. So for those reasons, I'm giving Wildcat a 9 out of 10. Next up is parking. Now, Wildcat has a pretty big parking lot, but if there's a big event going on or somewhere for some reason, there's thousands of people there, yeah, it might be a little tough to squeeze into a spot, but on a normal Saturday, you should have no problem parking. So for those reasons, I give Wildcat a 7 out of 10. And last but not least is the event category. And this is a category where we rank the parks on how well they can put on a show if they have a big event going on. And this is actually a really big place where a lot of events take place, and there's a good reason why, because Wildcat knows how to maintain it. They always have porta-johns out there, and they often have concession stands out on the trail instead of you having to drive all the way to the parking lot to get some food or drink, like a lot of parks do. So they can hold events pretty well, and they're always a pretty good show. Area 51 and the Claw always are putting on a good show, and even the playground can put on a good show. So for all those reasons said, I give the event category to Wildcat an 8 out of 10. So after adding everything up and giving it an average score, I gave Wildcat a 7 out of 10. This is a great place to go to climb, see some sights, have a great event, and overall just have a fun day. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. If you're in the London area, this is definitely a place to check out. Leave any comments below about what should I review next. Should I review a park, a four-wheeler, a dealership, dirt bike, whatever. Leave it in the comments below. I'll be sure to read it. And until next time, I'll see y'all later.